Alright, everybody. We are live once more. I don't think anybody's here right now. No, well, alright, guys. Since there's two of you now. Last video, we left off. We were having some problems with our animations, if you guys remember right. But I'll show you what we got going on now, because I fixed some of it. Oops. And I'll show you how I fixed it here in a second. Let me show you what we got going on. See, now we're in the true first-person idle pose right now. See? Check it out. Nice and animated. That's right, we haven't done the jump logic yet. So, we're nice and animated here. I know what that is. Alright, so, let's fix one thing real quick. In our state machine, in our walk movement. Blend space. No, not that. Idle. See how it says loop animation here? You want to untick that. Compile. Save. Now if we play. Yeah, there we go. Now, it's still doing that. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Our walk animation is wonky. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute. So, basically, what we had to do to fix the problem that we were having is I had to retarget the skeleton. So let me show you guys how retargeting works, because this is so important. And the way I figured it out is if you come in here under modules, I think. Yeah, come under here under modules or your character, wherever you got them stored. You open up your character and you find your skeleton, like right up here. See where the skeleton is? You find your skeleton. This guy right here is our skeleton. This is This is Mr. Mannequin, if you're wondering. That's his actual name. And over here, you have something called the Retarget Manager. So you click on Retarget, and then you come down here and click under Setup Rig. And it's going to give you choices. Select Rig. You're always going to use a humanoid rig. Almost guaranteed to use a humanoid rig. So now that we got him rigged as a humanoid, close this, close that. Now, we come back out here, and in our animations, any one of these, I'll just pick one at random. Once you do that, you can take your animation, right click on it, and then you go retarget anim assets, duplicate, and retarget. And then see, there's our skeleton right there. Click on him, click retarget, and now we can use this animation with our guy that we have. So that's retargeting. You got to set the skeletons up to be the exact same thing. Sorry, this is going to take a minute. I know that was really kind of a quick overview on retargeting. I can go into further detail if you guys want. It's up to you. You let me know. But that, in a nutshell, is how it's done. You got to target the skeletons so they match identically, and the poses that they're in have to match. So Mr. Mannequin by default is always in what's called the A pose. And the other pose that you'll most commonly see, and it's used a lot in Unity, is the T pose. So, I don't know, you probably not see my arms, but you literally in a T pose. So, if one of your skeletons is set up in a T pose, and you're trying to use it in Unreal, it's not going to work because he has to be in the A pose. So what you got to do is repose your mannequin, and that I'm not even going to get into that whole shitstorm. I know how it's done, but it's a real pain in the ass. Hopefully this is streaming okay. Sorry, we're waiting on something to delete real quick. It takes a few minutes. So what we're going to do in this episode, I think for right now, is we're going to start fleshing out the weapons class as soon as this is done being stupid. And then I'm not really sure what we're going to do other than that. We're going to wing it. You guys tell me, what do you want to see? Sorry, I know this isn't much fun sitting here watching Unreal trying to delete something and taking 20 years. There we go. Okay, so we are going to just right click, create new C++ class. Now, we're going to use the actor class for our weapon. And an actor class is the base class for an object that can be placed or spawned in a level, which is exactly what we want. And we're going to call this guy weapon base. We're calling it weapon base because it's going to be the base class for all the various weapons that we're going to have. They'll all inherit from this one class. Just like in normal C++, you'd have your character class like we do, or your enemy class, and all your enemies are going to inherit from each one, from that class in itself. So same with the weapons here. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit when we get to it. So anyway, Unreal is going to compile. Sorry, no matter how fast your system is, it takes a while because it's building all that boilerplate code that comes with each one of these classes. So it just does. It takes a few minutes. By the way, I have to warn you guys, if you can't tell by my uniform, I am on duty, so there's a strong chance I might get called away. If I get called away, I'll stop the stream and I'll ping everybody when I come back and I'll restart it up again, depending on, what I get called away for. But for right now, I've got a few minutes, so I thought I'd stream real quick. Should be done in just a few minutes. There we go. Loading Visual Studio. Visual Studio is having its normal personal issues. And for any of you guys who get into Unreal C++, I know it's expensive, but I cannot recommend getting Visual Assist enough. It is a lifesaver with Unreal C++. It really, truly is. It's like $100 US. So I know it's expensive, but it's worth it. Sorry, I got a OCD here. Or at least this is my OCD. So, what are we going to do? That's right. We excuse me. Excuse me. We are going to look at a project that I've already made. That you guys have seen this one before. This is just my reference project. No, I'm not going to copy or paste anything from it. I'm just referencing it so I know what I'm doing. So we're going to wait till this loads up here real quick. There we go. You know, you guys can talk. What's up, Mr. PhD? I was hoping you might be able to make it. And yes, Mr. PhD, I will do my best not to copy or paste anything this time around, okay? We'll do it all from scratch. Okay, so let's see here. Weapons, weapon base. Alright, let's see here. So the first function we're going to write is this guy right here. See, now this is in Blueprint, and we're going to convert this Blueprint into C++ code. So this is a function to check if you have any mint. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Shitty Wi-Fi here at work. So we're going to call this void has ammo in mag. And we're going to pass in two parameters. We're going to pass in, oh yeah, we got to make those variables too. Alright, so under the protected function here, we need to make a couple of different things. U property edit anywhere blueprint read write, and it's going to be of type int, so it's going to be int current ammo, another U property edit anywhere blueprint read write. And let's just give these guys categories just to keep things organized. And that is going to be int max mag ammo. So let's put this guy in the same category. Okay. So two integers there. And then let's see here. Let's try two booleans. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna do bool reference has ammo and bool reference is mag full. Ignore these errors. I promise it's just IntelliSense having personal issues. No, you're not late. I'm sorry. Yes, because it's going to be returning multiple. It's weird. It's a void, but yeah, it's going to have two return nodes on it. You'll see in a minute. Yeah, you can have getters. Absolutely. Unreal uses getters all the time. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we're going to do if current ammo is greater than 0, we're going to return has ammo. What's your problem? Return value type does not match the function type. Yeah, it does. Alright, I gotta remember how I did this, so we're gonna edit this out comment this out for a second. Comment that out. Comment that out. Okay, we're gonna come back to that one. Let's do this one real quick, this function. Yeah. Okay, well, time to Google. 3, 4, C++, multiple. Oh. Doing a little Googling here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Unless, let's uncomment this real quick. Fix that. We'll find out if it'll work or is it IntelliSense being IntelliSense.